social content. So we need people to know, and then we need to post as well.
Yep.
So we've always run our campaigns, our social content for whatever time frame that campaign runs for is whatever we're pushing towards with our lead magnet. So for Learn, we have 2 spoken to camera reels per week on the topics that'll be in the workshop, on the pain points that we will solve in the workshop, with caption CTAs to the workshop. We then have moving forwards, we're going to have a how to do 10K months, because that's the new message for STC Learn. If you haven't picked that up yet, say at 800. You take a shot every time you hear 10K months. So I'm going to have every week do this to do 10K months.
Yep.
As a post. The first one went out this morning. No idea how the stats are looking. I'll let you know at the end of the episode. But that's also going to refer to the workshop. And then Sunday nights will be a straight text call to action for the workshop. You should come to the workshop for this. You should come to the workshop for this. You should come to the workshop for this. It's a very direct call to action. Do we want to talk about that yet? Not yet. So that is the content that will drive specifically to the workshop. I'll probably post the workshop. We're only running it for 3 weeks, so maybe every 2 to 3 days.
Yeah.
A CTA that the workshop's on, reply for the link, etc.
Yeah.
So that's the awareness campaign of the workshop itself. What's the plan for Fit?
We can just go as is on our normal campaign of picking, all of the elements that our target client needs, awareness on and problem solved, because we'll have the ad running and traffic will be driving to that. We'll have an organic ad at the same time. So we'll have, paid and ad, organic. And then there will be, awareness on the stories, some automations to kind of enter through the story as well, to the sign up page. And then the rest of the content can still be kind of similar strategy to what we're doing at the moment.
Yeah.
It's just you can get this outcome doing this. We can solve these problems this way. These are 3 reasons why you're making this mistake or you're not achieving this outcome. So the ad strategy is the campaign strategy or the content strategy is actually really, really straightforward.
Yeah.
And it's just, the more I do this, it's just a cycle of repetitiveness.
Yeah.
If I look at the campaign I have right now, I could repeat the whole campaign and I could just make slightly different hooks. Yeah. Slightly different content, because it's training, it's nutrition, it's support, it's data tracking, it's, mentality. So it's just pick, get more refined on the message and
just chip away at it.
Yeah. So that's the strategy.
So there's no core, I guess, with a win free coaching thing.
Yeah,
it's not. Will there be more focus on coaching, that accountability element, that support element in the content? Okay.
I haven't gone down that route because I kind of asked from our mentors and they were like, you can just keep the same strategy that you're doing at the moment.
Yeah.
But, I think we just always lean heavily into results.
Yeah.
So I think what I'll do is just try and find a problem that has been coached and tell the story of how it's been fixed. Yeah. In every element.
Yeah.
So
it's cool.
It's training, nutrition, support. It's
I was pretty happy with my squat result this week.
Yeah.
Just how the post came together.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was submit your videos, form checks, other bits in the program. It was right, so cool to show this is what their squat looked like, this is what it looks like now. But to be able to be this was the interactions over 4 weeks online, this is how it played out. That kind of content's cool. Yeah. It's fun to make too.
Yeah. It's a different strategy to what we normally would do though. Because it's you've got something that's downloadable. So you would do a content and then go and download the content or comment for this, because we're going to have because there's a place to people to act on, which is the organic and the paid ad. Yeah. It's getting traffic to that is just going to...
Is the key.
Yeah. So it's just taking a roundaboutish way to do it.
if you're going to go down the PDF route or the program route, which is probably the key, and then my advice to someone who is in that kind of 75k under bracket, especially if that capacity is a thing and you're just looking to pick up 3, 5, 10 clients, your goal should be to one of the biggest benefits of running a campaign like this is to create the authority that you know your shit in that space.
Yeah.
So what we found really successful when we went to this method was, say, like, I release a double bodyweight squat resource, and then I talk about how to reach your double bodyweight squat 4 times a week for 4 weeks. My audience is now like, Ben knows how to get a double bodyweight squat. He wrote this document about it. He's been talking about it everywhere. All the content is on there. Everything I've seen of it's like, yeah, it makes sense. It solves the problems, etc. Like it makes you an authority in that space. With obviously where all of our content has reference at the moment to that 10K, because it's like, that's the person we want at the workshop. With the giveaway, it's just like, you want to work with us because you want to get a result. So it's a slightly different tact. Like you said, we can keep that overarching, this is what coaching with us looks like kind of vibe. So if you're setting up for yourself, what do you want to be seen as the authority in? Create the resource for it and talk about it for 4 weeks. Then move on. We did it with Josh. He cycled through squat, bench, and deadlift. His online business fucking exploded. Just from like, here's how to squat really well, here's how to bench really well, here's how to deadlift really well, and then just consistent 3-4 posts a week about that topic. Yeah. Slapped. I think now, so when we used to kind of talk about this, it was acceptable to just have that content element. So it was actually, I call it value-based content. So if you watch it, you get value from it.
Yeah.
You can take something away, a lesson, whatever. So problem, solution, here's recommendation, go do this. We always spoke about doing 4 of those per week, and that actually was our only strategy.
Yeah.
Like that was it. Like for me, when I went online full time, that's all I was doing. It's like, here's 4 posts a week that'll teach you something. Here's 4 posts a week that'll teach you something. Yeah. Bang, 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 just continuous. Beat the shit out of that drum. Now, you mentioned like the death of the evidence-based era. Stories, like you said, insight to personality, there needs to be more than just the value stuff.
Yeah.
So for Learn, I can bring it up. The Learn, I think we're doing 12 posts a week. So we have podcast release announcement, a reel, that's Monday. So 2 posts a day. Tuesday is Tam's content tips, and then the spoken to camera. So that value post. Wednesday morning's a result, then another spoken to camera. Tam again Thursday morning, podcast clip Thursday afternoon. Friday is campaign post, and then Sunday is the call to action for whatever the lead magnet is.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm not counting them, but
yeah, lots.
There's lots of insight as to what's going on.
Yeah.
For myself, I do a tweet every morning. Client result, squat, bench, deadlift, something about me, squat, bench, deadlift, and then like a recap from the weekend training session or an insight into my training.
Yep.
Plus the stories. Do you think you can get away with just value these days? Or do you think you can get away with just personal brand? Or do you have to have both?
Both makes more sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think you have to be an exceptional athlete.
Yeah, that's what.
And
yeah.
you can have personal brand.
I think you could get away with value-based posts only if you are really attractive and good at whatever it is that you do.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it happen.
Yeah, it's both, right? If you're magnetic enough, let's call it, aspirational enough.
Yeah, if you're really good at the thing that you do, then you can just provide value. But then it's like if you're also like really, personality-wise, like you'll get clients from like the brand as well.
Yeah.
From the personal brand. So then,
but if you're a mere mortal like us,
Yeah.
You have to do both.
Got to do the work, man.
Lifetime intermediate and not that attractive. You
Yeah.
got to do both. Sauce.
Yeah, forever a 6.5.
Doesn't matter how much muscle. Just forever. It's like, forever lifetime intermediate powerlifter, forever intermediate looking.
Yeah.
So we just sort of unpacked the other content. So what's the strategy with fit behind that? So obviously I've seen other brands decide to not share their clients' training, which I never really got my head around. For us, that's showing what we do, and then the personal branding, I think, comes from the podcast clips.
Yeah. It's results-driven marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't land on a coaching brand's page and not see them doing the main objective that they're there for.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, what's the other content? Like if we've got value-based stuff, which is here's a result or here's how to get a result, the personality element of like, what's the personality of STC? I think that comes from the client stories.
Yeah, there's podcasts and a couple of
podcasts.
Yeah, the podcasts and the content clips, like the training ones.
Yeah.
And there's like...
Got the memes and the tweet coming out.
Yeah, the memes and the tweets as well.
I think they're huge on the personality.
Yeah.
So the fit clips, they're kind of both. It's like you get to see us talk. The podcast clips on both channels. Like you get to see us talk, how we dress, how we interact, like all of that. And then through the stories, you get to see who we train. So you get that looks like me, and you get that exposure for multiple people across every day instead of just that results post. Although we post 4 of those a week. Flex. But I think the meme and the text, the tweet, is big on us being able to share personality.
Yeah, they're the funnest posts of the week.
Yeah, and they get the best. They're the only ones I see shared as well.
Yeah.
You're going to share someone else's
result.
Yeah. The what was this week's one? The dieting for 3 days.
Yeah, I don't think this whole dieting thing is for me. It's like, how long have you been doing it for?
Yeah.
3 days.
I saw that shared heaps.
Yeah.
It was really good. Did really well. And I think that's really like brand personality has a really big influence.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. So for yourself, what about on your personal page? Like, do you have a schedule?
I have a schedule. I've just cut it down because I didn't see a benefit to doubling it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just like analytically, I was just like, this is double the work for not the same return. So I was like, I'm just going to cut it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've just gone to one post a day.
Yeah.
And because the only thing I've got to be very careful of is like, I am doubling up on because I make so much stuff that's very similar to the people I work with or we work with, like at a personal level.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll like you can only get so many collabs. You can only do so many collabs. So yeah, I just got to create some stuff that's a little bit separate.
Yeah.
But I really am leaning into like a personal brand stuff at the moment.
Yeah. So do you have that built into your schedule of like this day is?
I just made a transition because like organically the coaching stuff's fine, and I'm trying to drive everything from a brand side.
Yeah.
So I'm really not trying to push that at the moment. I'm just trying to do all of the deliverables on the brand from a coaching side of things, and then on my page, really just trying to show like what I'm good at and who I am.
Yeah.
Not even like what I can solve to a degree.
Yep.
So it's just like opinions, my story, and this is what I'm good at.
Yeah, your story post this week was unreal.
Yeah, so trying to just get a bit more into that, a bit more vulnerable.
Yeah.
And just tell the story, man. Just, So, and like, fuck, man, that analytics show that's what people like, I feel like, people have seen enough of like the muscle and the body fat and the, so now it's like just lean in a little bit more to sharing.
Who are you?
Yeah, just sharing stories and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the strategy I'm taking at the moment.
Yeah. So you're a PT, you've put together your PDF, you've got your 4 topics usually, we would say. It's like have 4 topics inside that PDF, like a sub category. And then that's your 4 weeks of content.
Yeah.
So you've got, week 1 is topic 1. Week 2 is topic 2. Like whatever your fucking guide is, whether it's nutrition, training, programming, the squat, whatever. Then overlaid with that, you've got to have something that's showing your personality.
Yeah.
So if you only want to post 4 times a week, you're going to have to take one of those value posts away and add something that shows who you are. You're probably going to want to have a client result because you need to show, if you're a results-based trainer, if you listen to this, you're probably interested in getting results for your clients, not just entertaining them. So either you lose one or you have to add the 5th post per week. My suggestion would be you're adding 4 value, 1 insight to who you are, 1 client result, and then I think there's value in like showing the walk you walk part.
100%. You can get 4. You could get as a minimum 4 without even putting too much value posts in.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to grade it all, it's like, I don't know, maybe like the lowest tier is like weekly recap.
Yeah.
Your training, like coaching a client or a result.
Yeah.
And then 1 value, 1 problem solution. It's like there's 4 posts.
Yeah.
You can do that forever.
Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, the next tier, add another value post. The next tier, add another value post. There you go. You're posting every day.
Yeah.
It's like so easy to do when you actually break it down and go, and then if you have the confidence, you can switch those out to like an opinion based post, like a quote, like whatever. Like it's just, I feel like people's blocks with social media are that they don't actually sit down and think about what could be posted as like a topic. They don't have a schedule and they don't actually then go, well, this is what I'm working on at this time, and then need to be forward thought, prepared.
Yeah.
That once you do all that, it's super easy.
100%. And that's why we run campaigns. Because it's like thinking the amount of personal trainers I sit down with, even ones that are doing well, that think of the post they're going to put up that day.
Yeah.
Fuck. It's exhausting.
No. Wednesday afternoon between 12 and 2.
Yep.
All of our, like the week ahead, all of the content gets done.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I do my Mondays for the week.
Yeah. I'm like 3 weeks ahead.
Yeah, sick.
Like, and that's reels, still photos, covers, everything.
Yeah, I've done that for all the posts I have to put out for Learn.
Yeah.
4 weeks. I did the whole campaign in one hit.
Yeah. Which is good because now I'm starting to work on the next campaign. That takes time. So there's overlap. Now I don't have to worry about this one. I just got to post it.
Correct.
Until we can get someone else to do that.
Yeah. One day we'll hire someone.
Yeah, we'll see.
2 interviews.
Yeah.